Out there. Y'all know I ain't gonna be too damn late. Hold on. Hold on. This boy a little off today. A little off schedule. You know what I mean? A little bit of off schedule today, but it's all good though, because we're gonna keep it moving with it. Y'all already know what time it is out here, man. You already know. Chilling, man. Loving life and all that, man. Got to get it together, man. Running a little bit behind, but that's all good though. I'm sure everybody out there appreciate what's going on. So today, man, I'm back live. hmm Last weekend, I had some very, very, very much needed family time. Shout out to my fam. They love me. Shout out to the wife. We went out, took the kids out, had some fun, went out to eat, spent some time together, talked about a bunch of things and so forth and so on, man. It's rough out here. And before I get the show started today, man, I just wanted to just say shout out to my job, man. The company that I work for is going to be shutting down here in a few weeks, man. I'm keeping my prayers and hopes high up from that, man. Great people, man. It's just been rough out here, man. If y'all been listening to any other videos that I've been making in between and before football season, because I like the sports and the real. I like bringing both, you know what I mean? And things has been rough out here, man. Things has been really rough out here for a lot of trucking companies in general. And now the company that I've been working for is about to be, done, man. And it's crazy. But I'll make future videos about this and keep y'all updated. But because for now, we got to get into Truckin Chubbzy sports. Let's get it. All right, so before every show starts now, like the lawyers are saying, I got to throw up the fair use. All right, so copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use. Tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, all right. Let's get it popping. Hope everybody is enjoying the Saturday college football games as much as I have been. I've been trying to get on Fridays, man. It's just really rough and everything with me still being like a regional truck driver to bring y'all a little bit of like a before college football show, you know what I'm saying? And not like during and after. But look, man, I'm gonna get it together. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there one step at a time, one step at a time. You hear me? There you hear me. Let's get it. Everybody following me. All right. So with that being said, y'all, welcome to the Fans Point of View podcast with Truckin Chubbzy, your host, the most unknown known podcaster, diamond in the dirt podcaster that there is out there. Wait till your boy blow up, and y'all gonna be right there with me. We gonna be doing some things. All right, so first off, y'all, let's give it up for Ohio State. Now, I knew that this particular game was going to be a battle. I knew this game was going to be a battle. And the team who made the least mistakes or the less gutsy or made all the gutsy calls was going to win. However, now when I noticed and I looked at the Ohio State's, the Buckeyes, let me turn this fan on. I'm getting a little hot up in here. A little hot. When I looked at the Ohio State Buckeyes roster, their strength of schedule, the teams that they have played, and I didn't see many reporters hitting on this. Not even homeboy Josh Plate. Hot shout out to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody out there, Joe Clack, all the college reporters, RG3, everybody out there doing their thing out there in the college world. You know what I'm saying? So, but nobody really said nothing about the strength of the schedule. You know, their schedules, the teams that they already have played, and I thought that this was very important for the simple fact that when you look at Penn State's schedule for this year, they really had a lot of tune-up games, like fine-tuning the offense, letting the backups come in and play. They haven't really been battle tested, if you will. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense to y'all, they haven't been battle tested. Ohio State been in some dog fights. Sometimes their offense started off a little slow. That's because, and especially like when they play like Youngstown State. If you watch that game in the beginning of that game, or you watch film on that game, Youngstown State came out with "we believe." Ohio State came out like, okay, these are some scrubs. We're going to go ahead and we're going to run them up out the building. Well, however, Youngstown State was like, they was letting them know. Ohio State was like, oh, no, we got to take it to these boys. And they wound up beating them, which I knew they would. But they have been battle tested up to this point. You know what I'm saying? So them playing Penn State, they was ready for that. And shout out to their head coach Ryan Day for having them ready and their strength of schedule. Because had Penn State played some battle tested games right now, that game may have went differently. You know what I'm saying? Like they were not used to outlasting their opponent in a dogfight like that. You know what I'm saying? That like Ohio State Buckeyes show resilience. They showed that they will fight to the end. And that team, I gotta give it up to the Buckeyes, man. I just do, man. They played ball, man. They showed up when it was time to. And Marvin Harrison Jr. and that quarterback today, they seemed like they couldn't get it rolling earlier. Some passes off, but he didn't get frustrated. He got a little, but he said, you know what? I forget about it. We're in a good game right now. And man, I tell you what, man, this game could possibly, we could see this again in the Big Ten championship. If Penn State continues to win out, we can see this later on. But hey, it was a good game, and I want to give it up to both opponents, but especially to the Ohio State Buckeyes and y'all fans. Y'all should be very proud of that team, and so of Penn State too, because Penn State showed that even though they weren't battle tested and they didn't play a lot of good schools or schools that can give them challenges, as I used to so to speak, they still showed up to play against Ohio State, But I think that's where the little edge came from. Call it what you want to call it, but this is the fans' point of view show, and that's what I mean. This is a fan's point of view. It's not a college's. It's not an analyst. It's not a pro's point of view. This is a fan's point of view show with Truckin Chubbzy. You feel me? So you know what I mean. Like I don't want to get caught up in that. I really didn't get a slide ready today for some of the things I think about while I'm truck driving, right? So some of the things that I do think about, I didn't get a slide ready today because I was moving, a little bit behind. But some of the things I think about when I'm in my truck this week, I literally was thinking about losing my job in 2 weeks here. 2 weeks here, the company will be closing back. So that's what I was thinking about while driving this week. It's not funny. But what I was thinking about was when us younger people go to vote, you know what I mean? We really have to start looking at what these politicians offer us in office. And I know politics and sports don't match, but I got to get this message out because we really got to start looking at people's policies rather than they're the right, left, Democrat, Republican. We need to look at their policies. What is helping our communities, first off, and that's at your local level, and your local governments look into that. And then look at, for the future, more the government, the things around business aspects that can help you out. Because there's programs and everything that can help us out, but a lot of them are shutting down because this party don't like that. This party does. You know what I mean? And we got to think beyond assistance, public assistance. You don't want public assistance. And I'm talking to all my black people out there, even my white people that aren't so fortunate. If you need the public assistance for the time being to get on your feet, go ahead and use it for that. But that's what it's for, to get on your feet and to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Don't stay dependent on the system for too long. They're always in your business. They want to know what milk you got in your refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Like just little stupid stuff like that. But this is what I'm thinking about. Stuff like that. Like had we had somebody who really cared about us receiving goods and us getting goods on time or whatever, the transportation, because trucking is part of transportation, goods import, export. If they really cared about that, then this company wouldn't be shutting down. He's a great owner, great guy. I mean, great guy, great guy. He pays us fairly well. I mean, he pays us over the average trucking company we get paid for a regional driver. We get paid more than that. Yes, we do. I don't want to put my wages online, but we get paid a very, very fair amount. Just put it this way: somebody that's been working there for he's been there for 10 years now. Shout out to my OG age. He's probably making over 25 a week. Okay, and he's a regional driver, home every weekend. Great guy. And it seems to be that all these companies that are paying their drivers fairly are shutting down because they're not minimum waging us to death. But there's a lot of companies out there now that I got to go work, that I got to go look for. And I'm going to have to make the sacrifice of working for one of these companies that are minimum wage to drive a federal vehicle. There's a U.S. DOT number on the side of it, a U.S. motor carrier number on the side of this vehicle. It weighs 80,000 pounds. I have to drive it around your mom, your sister, your baby, your loved ones. We have to make sure that we're not crashing into you guys. There's a lot of responsibility driving these big trucks, and they want to pay us pennies to do it. So it all adds back to just know who we're putting in our local offices and in office. We control that. We really do. It's in our hands and the power. And I just wanted to share that real quick with some of the things I think about with driving. So back into football, y'all, because I really don't want to keep y'all too long with that and keep speaking on that like and bore y'all with that. But we really got to know that because the company I'm with shutting down. So you might be seeing me making more content, and so forth and so on. Hopefully I hope and pray that this takes off some time soon. All right. So the Tennessee and Alabama game is still on. Alabama caught back up. They got off to a slow start, and which I thought they would. I thought Alabama would get off to a slow start. The game's on right now. Somebody down in the comments, somebody jump in the comments and tell me what the score is right now because I'm not watching. Obviously, I'm doing the show live. But Tennessee has a great team. That quarterback Milton and that read option offense, I think that's almost like the future offense of a dual threat quarterback, if you will. All right. And the simple fact of being because when you got a quarterback that got wheels but also can throw the ball, when you don't know he's running or passing, it's very tough to defend. And that's what makes a lot of dual threat quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts a problem to people. You can't really, how could you cover that? You know what I mean? You really can't. You got to stay disciplined and you got to make tackles. That's how you beat a team that has the read option, plays their off the read option in offense. You got to stay disciplined, stay at home, and you got to tackle. And it's hard to tackle guys that have tremendous speed, such as Tennessee. I don't think that they should let that lead up, but it's hard to play when you're playing in Alabama. That roll tide crowd, man, they get pretty nasty, man. It's hard. It's hard to play down there. It's not easy playing against Alabama, especially when you down there, man. It's just not that easy, man. Shout out to everybody that's jumping up in here, man. Make sure y'all liking, y'all sharing the content, man. Get down in the comments, start a conversation with somebody, talk your shit, do whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it popping out here. But it's a good game, man. It's a good game going on. Alabama probably pull it off. I don't know because I still didn't see nothing down in the comments. I check them periodically. But Tennessee, they got a decent team going on this year. It's hard to tell with college football, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I said it before, but it's hard to bet on college football teams. When you look at these teams, if that's what you're doing, because I don't listen to me when it comes to betting. Just don't do it because I'm not going to be responsible for nobody's pockets, period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? But when you're looking at these teams, you look at the teams, first of all, you look at their trenches. How are they doing blocking wise? And how are they doing on the defensive end, with sacks and so forth and so on. This is an easy way to get, tell with college football. This is how I was almost able, well, I did say Pitt would expose Louisville. I didn't put it past them that they would win, but I did say that they would expose Louisville. These teams are built to play each other in the SEC, obviously. Tennessee lost to Florida, big loss by Florida earlier this year. Then Florida turns around and gets stomped by University of Kentucky. And then Kentucky gets stomped by Georgia, rolled over. And then they put up a good fight against Alabama. Georgia is easy bread. They're not going to let you bet on them. You know what I mean? Because they're just going to roll away with it in the SEC. That team is just too dominant. It's their front seven on defense and their offensive line is just too dominant. You can get your homeboy in the hood that been running from cops his whole life and put him at running back in Georgia, and he's going to be one of the top runners in college football. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. You know what I mean? That's because they're just so dominant in that position. And this is how you're able to look at that. When it comes to Tennessee, though, I'm sure they'll have other good games. Alabama may turn up and lose another one. You know what I mean? Like, they're not that dominant, but it's a Nick Saban's team, and he's showing good resilience. They're missing a quarterback, and that's all Alabama's missing. But look at how important a quarterback can be to your team. When you look at Alabama and the way they're looking right now, that is how important a quarterback at the college level is to your team. You know what I'm saying? Putting up mad points. That's why Shador is number one. You know what I mean? I'll get into a little bit of that later. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of that later when I get to NFL and all that. But Utah and USC, they'll be playing here shortly. Utah is a very physical team. Caleb Williams looked absolutely boo-boo. Yes, he did. I don't give a fuck. He looked trash. He was horrible last week. Do you hear what I'm saying? Horrible. The man looked bad. He did. He just did. He looked bad when it was pressure on him. And Utah, them Samoans they got over there, shout out them the Samoans out here, yo, are tough. They just ran into a team of Oregon State that was tougher that day. Those are Washington obviously is the most physical team in the Pac-12, is why they're the number one team in the Pac-12 to me. But it's hard to put when you go looking at Oregon, Utah, and Oregon State. Obviously, Oregon State won a battle with Utah, so Utah's behind Oregon State, but Utah is a physical team, and they got speed. And I do think that they'll pull it off against SC tonight because of their physicality. Now, Caleb Williams was exposed with pressure from Notre Dame and his timing and everything, so this week he will get better with, seeing the pressure and making plays when under pressure. But still, Utah is a fast team. They couldn't beat him last year, and I don't think they get past them this year. SC wasn't supposed to take that loss to Notre Dame. They just wasn't, because of the Pac-12 and the way the Pac-12 was built. They couldn't afford to take that loss. It's going to be a good game. It may come down to a last-second field goal, 3 points, or a missed opportunity, but I do think that Utah is the more disciplined, physical football team in this matchup with SC. I would take Utah to beat Notre Dame right now. Honestly, honestly, and Notre Dame is nothing to sleep on. Their ranking and their record, obviously, they let some games slip away from them this year, but Utah is good. Like, you'll see tonight, and then y'all can say whatever you need to say. Oh, he don't know. I'm telling you, Utah is good. I think they'll beat SC at SC. I really do think it's going to happen. And that's all I really got to say with that, because the player Caleb Williams. I mean, you want me to talk about some offensive players on Utah? I told you they got speed. They got speed. They got two different quarterbacks, right? When one quarterback's in, they may run. That's when they go to the read option. They're running two different offenses. But when the other quarterback is in, you don't, what I mean? It's really, you're able to tell more, and they're able to key down, So if the running quarterback's not working with the read option, then they'll probably go to the other quarterback and they'll just chew him up. But that defense ain't nothing to play with. I'm telling you, that defense is just unreal. Y'all get a display of them tonight. If you haven't seen them, I advise you to watch them, and you'll be like, oh yeah, that defense is the truth. It is the truth. They do got some big boys on there that are ready to put the hurt down. Do you hear me? All right. So According to 24/7 Sports, and shout out to them, this is some of their mid-season freshman All-Americans. I put the list together, not in no particular order because it's really not in no particular order. These are just people that I seen on the list that I want to highlight. Sometimes a lot of offensive linemen do not get the recognition they need, so I want to put offensive linemen there. And the reason of being real quick is because when I first started playing football, I was an offensive lineman, and I got teased for being a lineman. But I used to look at my running backs and be like, okay, I ain't blocking for him. And I used to purposely let my dude beat him. He get lost of yards. Well, you ain't blocking, CJ. You was just talking about me. I ain't gonna block for you. And that's why I taught my son not to do that. To big up your lineman because don't tease your lineman. And we need to preach that more to these young bucks and like big up your lineman. They are the heart and soul of the football team. If your lineman and your offense and defensive lineman is trash, your trenches, like what do you got? The running back can be fast as you want, as shifty as ever. But if them five in the front of them ain't blocking, then you got 11 guys coming at him. You think he gonna get past 11 guys? I mean, maybe if he was that good at free frog when we was younger, you know what I mean? But other than that, like probably not. Probably not. So that's why I put some of them on there. Shout out to all my linemen. So first, Jalen Rayner, and I got two. As y'all can see, if you're looking at the list right now, I got two quarterbacks on there. Jalen Rayner, quarterback from Arkansas State, and then I got Dante Moore, the quarterback from UCLA. And that's because if you're looking at it like that, like you can really argue and sit there and argue them too. Like you could be like, oh, which one? Like it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because they both should be on there for real, for real. And I could explain that to you a little bit. Let me get into depth a little bit about that real quick for y'all. Because it's like, so the argument is because like during the Pac-12 and Dante Moore, he struggled a little bit, right? He struggled a little bit, and they're both in the Pac-12. They played an open door. Like, how should I put this? He just struggled. That's just a simple, simple playing. Dante Moore struggled a little bit more than than the other quarterback, Jalen Rayner from Arkansas State. That's it. You know what I mean? And that could be because he's in a lower division than him, but then you could argue that Dante Moore is in the Pac-12 and he's a true freshman. But anyhow, so when you look at Rayner, he's already thrown for 850 yards. He got 10 touchdowns against like the single reception. He got a completion percentage of 63%. And that's what it is. It's really like 63.3, but we round shit off here on the Truckin Chubbzy show. You know what I mean? 63% is what he has. And he's also ran for like 194 yards, almost 200 yards running on the ground. He got 2 touchdowns there. So when you're looking at that, like that's good to say. You know what I mean? You can roll with that. All right. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. Now when y'all looking at Darius Taylor, the running back from Minnesota, why is he on the true freshman? Why? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, right? So listen to this. Listen to this key fact. This according to 24/7 Sports. Taylor is the first Power 5 running back since Adrian Peterson to run for 530 yards in his first 4 games. Give it to me, young man. Let's go. And he missed the game or 2 games already. He missed 2 games already. So listen, he's leading all freshmen, y'all. Freshman backs. I think he got him by like 200 yards. Like I know it's 188 yards. That's what it is. 188 yards. He's leading all freshman running backs by 188. He's up there with the upperclassmen running backs. Like we ain't seen nothing like him since AP. So if y'all ain't seen this young bull right now, man, y'all need to check him out, man. You know what I'm saying? From Minnesota. So when you watching a Minnesota game, definitely be looking on for Darius Taylor, the running back, man, the true freshman, because he's a beast. He's a beast. He gets the job done for them, man. For real, for real. Eric Singleton, man, from a wide receiver from Georgia. I like, Georgia. They're that's triple option there, but whatever. They're leaning away from that a little bit more. They're starting to, show some love to the receivers. But he's a true freshman leader in touchdown catches. You know what I'm saying? You cannot put him on the list. Like you cannot not put the man on the list. So he caught 20 passes for 355 yards. He's averaging 17 yards per catch. Like, come on, man. And then like when Nate McCullum, he went to North Carolina, UNC. Shout out to him. That's why they're balling over there with Walker too. He just came back, but they ain't really got no true number one. So this true freshman receiver, Eric Singleton, just stepped up and gave them that option. That's hard to do as a true freshman in college. So give him a round of applause for that. Kevin Concepcion, however you want to say it. Some people say Concepcion, some people say Conception, whatever you want to call him. But so the number one receivers, and that's what he is, right? He's a true number one, and he's only a true freshman. We got a couple of them on this next year. And that's why you're not seeing a lot of these teams ball out like that, because they're younger teams. But he got 410 yards and 4 touchdowns on the year, y'all. Give it up for the young man. He's balling out. And you gotta love that. You gotta love that. Najee Harris, offensive guard from Florida, is a straight beast. Beast, beast, beast. Pancake mode, pancake time. He's on point with the blocks. Yo, you got to see the man's film. And I'm telling y'all about these players, like, because obviously I want y'all to see them, but I'm telling you, number 77 for the Florida Gators. Like, and he's versatile too. Big boy though, big boy, and he's versatile. They tried him at tackle, but he's a true guard though. Leave him at that guard position, you know what I'm saying, in between the tackles, get somebody running downhill on him, and he's gonna do it. He's gonna get the job done, man. But you know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, he helped them on both of the left and the right side. He played 158 snaps already. Like his PFF pass blocking rate, and he got a 80.80. It's an 80 pro football ranking at an 80, and he's only a true freshman. Like, come on, y'all, come on. You know, like, that's, yeah, he's that dude for real. He's that dude. And who else I got up on the list right now? Oh yeah, Luke Hayes, the tight end from Arkansas. He was injured. He was down. He missed some time, but like his blocking, he is there, and they looking at him like the crazy thing is they're ranking him like off of a passing, a receiving tight end. That's what they're ranking him off of, is a receiving tight end. But when you really watch him play on the field, and I caught some film on him, you know what I'm saying, Luke Hayes, he's a block. He can block, and I don't really like doing comparisons. But if somebody was like to compare him to somebody that you might know in the NFL, like, I can't even really think of nobody, because nobody really blocks no more. You know what I'm saying? But he can play that extra tackle. He's very good at blocking, and he got 253 yards, and he got a couple TDs. And Luke Hayes, when he plays ball, like, who could I really want to like give y'all a visual of who he plays like. I can't really. You gotta go back. Gotta go back. I don't know, because he blocks so good, man. So good. Like, he really seals that edge up, man. And I really don't see a lot of them doing that. I mean, when you look at like maybe fire move for the Steelers, I guess, for us, but he even blocks better than him. And this is no cap. No cap. No cap. Like, the man could play ball. He could play ball. Tyler Brown. Receiver from Clemson, true freshman. Yo, nasty with it. Nasty with it, man. He got the moves taught, like, in he got a nice 50-50 ball. That's a possession guy. I would say he's more of a possession guy from me watching him, you know what I mean? But that's my opinion. Like, you can grab your own, but from me watching him, I think he's more of a possession type of guy, 50-50 guy. You know, route running is going to get a lot better, and I think he already has that. You know, got 24 catches for 338 yards. The man is balling out there, and is as a true freshman. And Clemson, they're rebuilt, and they're not trash. They're just younger. And a lot of people looking at these college football records right now, like, oh, this team, they done took this many L's. You got to remember, the transfer portal has changed the whole trajectory of college football, and at its total, at it, you know what I mean? All around. You cannot hoard talent on their rosters anymore. You just can't do that. You can't have Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and you know what I mean? Who else was on that team? Javon Landry, Odell Beckham Jr. were all at LSU the same time. Like, what? Yeah, they was. Like, you can't do that no more. You're just not going to, like, Justin Jefferson can transfer somewhere. You're like, okay, I don't want to play. You ain't gonna play me this year. Okay, I'm gonna go play for Arkansas State and go get my numbers up. You know what I mean? That's the good thing I think about the portal. Plus, it helps them being able to provide at a young age at something that they're really doing because they're preparing like pros. You know what I'm saying? They're on eating right. They have to eat right. You know, they're working out. So yeah, why not being able to take care of that? So Spencer Fano, the offensive tackle from Utah. Let me get up into him. Uh there wasn't really like too much on him, but when I had to look at the film on him, when I seen him, like I said, he physical. They didn't have too much on him. 24/7 Sports didn't when I say that. But me, so this is my guy. You feel me? Him, yo, like I told you, they're a very physical football team. As a true freshman coming into college at offensive tackle, which is the hardest lineman to play besides the center, because the center has to be smart. Of course, we all know that. But he's so physical. Like, you know how you just nag, and I'm a Pee Wee football coach, but you know how you see somebody and they don't block all the way through the whistle? Like, he taking that man for the ride. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he got a buggy on the back of him or a wagon or something. He taking him for the ride. Like Spencer Fano, the offensive tackle in Utah, is super physical. And that's just how that team play, and that's how they giving it up. So when you look at him, like, that's what you're gonna see. A big physical guy that can move and is a very good blocker. And remember, keep in mind that he's only a freshman. This is the freshman list. This is not no sophomore, junior, senior. These are freshmen. They're going to get better. You're going to see them for at least 2 more years. So shout out to everybody that's up on this list, man. Shout out to 24/7 Sports. Let me give them credit for that too. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. What we got up next? What do I got? What do I got? Oh, the NBA talk. So, hey, yo, I'm gonna need y'all help on this, right? That's what I need y'all to do. Everybody that's up out there, right? I need everybody to help me introduce my brother, right? But what I gotta do is I gotta call him. So I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna bring him on, and we're gonna talk this basketball talk. You feel what I'm saying? So get down in the comments right now and let me know if you can hear me, because I need y'all to, what I'm saying, let me know if you can hear him or not. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the basketball pro, and he got a Pee Wee team that be balling. And we about to get up into this conversation. He better pick up, man. He better pick up. Like, if he don't pick up, I'm gonna just make some up with some crazy excuse like, yo, bro, what's up? Can y'all hear him? Can I don't know if the chat can hear me. I don't know if the chat can hear me. Y'all, what's up? Get that in. Let me know, cause I don't know if y'all can hear him or not. Go ahead. So yeah, bro. You say what's your favorite team again? The Heat is your favorite team. So you like the Heat. Shout out to the Miami Heat. All right, the Heat gang. All right. So look, he liked the Miami Heat. So when I was talking, I said the Bucks. Do you not think that the Milwaukee Bucks is a favorite for the NBA championship this year by getting Damian Lillard? And why is that? Right. Nah, he hasn't. Okay. So is that somebody that Like that matchup right there, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat, is that something that you looking forward to, or is you like, would you be a little nervous playing them in the playoffs with your favorite team being the Heat? Okay. Shout out. All right. Jimmy Butler is a big superstar. What's up with the light skin boy? I like him, man. I think he got a shot, man. What's going on with him? Tyler Hero. Yeah. Well, okay. Okay. Donovan Mitchell. Is he? Oh. Word. Right. Yeah, that's a fact. But even with Antetokounmpo, even with Giannis Antetokounmpo, you still don't think that and at the addition of Damian Lillard, Chris Middleton, Brooke Lopez, you don't think that right there is a championship team, even with Antetokounmpo? Facts. But Drew Holiday got some lockdown though, don't he, bro? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but all right, man. Hey, look, man. Look, I'm gonna keep it 100, and I'm gonna keep trying to pull you in up on these NBA segments, bro, because you know basketball. Shout out to your baby team, man. I know they be balling. They super. They got a great coach in you, and I would love for you to keep coming on and doing this NBA segment and giving my audience more of your insight and your take on basketball. And your point guard. All right, well, bring little man up on the show, man. If he don't mind sitting down, if his mom cool with it, yeah, man. I would love doing that. You know what I'm saying? I would love doing that. All right. Mm-hmm. He do. He nasty. The film I seen on Lil Dude, he nasty. He nasty. He good. Your nephew, like I said, the nephew be balling up too, man. He crazy too, man. He looking good out there too, man. He hitting 3 pointers now, so I got you. I got you, man. We gonna finish the rest of the conversation offline. All right, man. Hey, man, love y'all. Hey, y'all give it up for my brother, man. Let my, you know, man. He came in here. That's my little brother, man. Dante, man. You know, he gonna come in sometime and he gonna give the intake. I hope y'all heard him, but he gonna really do like the NBA segment of the show. He's a Pee Wee basketball coach, a little league basketball coach, and he has one of the best teams in the state of Georgia right now. He started with nothing, you know what I mean? But he's really dedicated to these young men, man, and he trained them for the last 3 years. He had these same guys, little dudes, for like the same 3 years. He trained them. He put me on some things to train my son. And my son, you can tell the whole difference in his game right now. Like, he's only 7 years old, first grade, just turned 7, and he's hitting threes on a 10-foot goal. So, you know what I mean? Like, hey, look, I ain't bragging about that, but when I get a little point guard in them, I'm gonna probably let my son come in and they gonna do their little thing, man. Because I like showing for the youth too. I like showing up for the youth. Like, that's something that a lot of people ain't doing. You know, I don't see that out there anyway. You know, showing love to these young athletes. You know what I'm saying? Because, giving them the spotlight they deserve. They work hard too. Trust me, they work hard at early ages for this, man. It really takes dedication to be great at what you do, reps at everything, and consistency. But yeah, man, shout out to my brother again for bringing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm so proud of him, man. I couldn't be more proud of him, man. We're gonna keep it moving. What we got up next, man? Oh, the Jaguars. So we in the NFL. The Jaguars and the Saints game, man. Hey, look. So everybody know the Saints would have took it to overtime. We don't know who would have won in overtime, but we do know that Monroe dropped that touchdown pass. That was a clear drop. Yeah. What they call that now? Oh yeah. Shout out to destroying grip boost. That's what he needed, because he just dropped it. It was there, touchdown, right in his hands. He couldn't hold the ball. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, why couldn't you catch the ball? Like, man. But look, and anyway, I can't really root against the Jaguars because that's my littlest boys. That's his team. Like, I don't force everybody to be a Steelers fan in my house. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no other games going on my TVs but the Steelers. Like, you can hope that your team pop up on Red Zone or something, but you get your phone or get your little tablet and go watch Red Zone. But on this TV right here on this Sunday in this house, we are watching the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, but I know I'm getting sidetracked. Listen, I know it. But look, real talk, man. It was a great football game. They let the Saints climb back up into it, but I seen a lot of things in the Saints that I like seeing. If you are a New Orleans Saint fan, do not get discouraged on your team for the simple fact I seen a lot of things that I like going down the stretch. They came back up on a very good defense. Jacksonville is a very good team, y'all. And Trevor Lawrence just showed y'all his wills in that game. Listen, they are a very good team. Building upon what they were in last year, the wild card, I think they'll be right back there. But, back to the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints, they show how that offense should play moving forward. Play behind the back. You got to get your back in space. Michael Thomas showed up with some key catches. The tight end has he must have had butter on his gloves or something. I don't know what's going on. Derek Carr played good. They're only 3-4. They're in the NFC South. There's still a lot of games left, and they look good. That defense looked good. You hear me? So don't get discouraged up on that game, man. But now I want to talk about Trevor Lawrence a little bit. For those who don't know, Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields both play high school football in the state of Georgia. Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields were always like 1A, 1B. They always were like that. Okay. Even so much so, the competitor in Justin Fields, he was actually going to go to the ACC to be able to play against Trevor Lawrence to put his skills on display. He chose to go to Georgia Bulldogs. Shout out. You know what I mean? He chose to go there. However, he didn't start there. I don't know why he didn't start there. You look at the guy who they had over him. He wound up going to Ohio State. This is Justin Fields playing up there and balling out where it's cold at. Trevor Lawrence stayed, obviously. Y'all know where he stayed at, Clemson. He's always just been so good, and he's always been so competitive. And I'm hearing there's rumors. I don't have the actual proof of them doing it, but even now that they're pros, they stay in contact and they talk like their conversations go something like, "I'm gonna have more passing yards this week. I'm gonna scramble for you more this week." Da 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 da. So forth and so on. You know what I mean? And keep that kind of friendship and that competitiveness going to the pros, and them just making it look so easy because they train so hard. Like, do not be surprised when y'all are seeing them two as probably the debatable best QBs in the NFL, because you just heard it first here on Truckin Chubby's fans point of view, and that's just pretty much what it is. Like, I don't know what, I may not be getting comments, could be getting comments. If you're commenting and I haven't shouted you out, that's because I haven't seen it. But I am going to start waiting to the end of the show to start shouting out the comments and talking to everybody. All right, unless you're saying something about the topic what we're on now. Oh, the NFL sack leaders. Yes, yes, yes. Look, so you're looking at it and you're saying exactly what I want you to see. Truckin Chubbzy's NFL sack leaders. The list is my list. This is the list where I think that us, the fans, from the fans' point of view, show matter the most. And what does that mean? When you're looking at our defensive linebackers and our defensive linemen, what do we care about the most, fans? We care about sacks, tackles, tackles for losses, forced fumbles, fumble recoveries, and fumble touchdowns. Okay? That's what we care about, right? Fumble recovered, then okay. Like, and if you don't agree, then you can get up in the comments and you can let me know if you agree or you disagree with that. But to me, as a fan, you rooting for your team. That's what matters to us, right? Right. Okay. Can we be moving? Let's do it. Let's do it. So, TJ Watt is first. Really, on the other list, he may be second. There's a tie for first, honestly, between him and Daniel Hunter, but he's first. Why? He's a Pittsburgh, because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. But nah, not really. But yes, that too. But he has more fumble recoveries than anybody on this list. Our defense, Pittsburgh Steelers defense, we have multiple people on our defense that are ranked in the top 15 in the NFL by position. I do want y'all to know that. Then our defense is legit. Our offense is the problem. But anyway. TJ Watt, 8 sacks, 12 solos, 7 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, 1 touchdown for picking up a fumble recovery and taking it to the house. I believe that was in that Cleveland Brown game. He did the game I went to. Yeah. But let me stop. Look, so Daniel Hunter from the Vikings has 8 sacks, 22 solo, 11 tackles for a loss, 1 forced fumble, no fumble recoveries, and no fumble recovery touchdowns. All right. But he is balling. He's balling. Khalil Mack, I got him in third. Somebody should be they probably got Khalil Mack a little bit in this order, but I like Khalil Mack. Why do I like Khalil Mack? My family and Khalil Mack have a little history. Can I tell you about that real quick? Just real quick. I promise I'll make it right back into the list. Khalil Mack was supposed to be my little brother's roommate. My little cousin, call him my little brother. He was supposed to be his roommate, Pooter. He's supposed to be Pooter's roommate. Pooter had a full RAS scholarship to the University of Buffalo. He's like, I don't want a red shirt. I'm too good to red shirt. I'm like, bro, it's a full ride. But he's like, I don't want a red shirt. Who is this Khalil Mack dude? They want me to be his red roommate and play behind him. And look at Khalil Mack. Like, so I got, you know what I mean? There's a little bit of something there with Khalil Mack. So and he's a fan of him too. So when he see Khalil Mack, he roots for him because he was going to be his mentor. You know what I'm saying? Khalil Mack was going to be his mentor, his roommate, actually. So Khalil Mack got 7 sacks, 16 solo tackles, 6 tackles for a loss, and 2 forced fumbles. All right. And it's the same thing for Josh Allen from the Jaguars. And they both been playing outstanding ball, and they've been around for a little bit. You know, a lot of people has on this list, but Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals, that shocked me a little bit that he was up there, and he's actually ranked. I think he's in like he's ranked where he need to be at 5th. I think they had him in some other order or something, but this is my list because the things that matter to us the most, they have this rank. They actually have Daniel Hunter, I think, at number 1 on a lot of people's list, only because of 22 solo and a level tackle for loss. But what is he doing with the fumble recoveries? He got none, and he ain't got no fumble recovery touchdowns like TJ Watt do. So that's why I put him first. Like, you can argue with me all day on that, but this is my list. Trey Hendrickson, 7 sacks, 12 solo tackles, 8 tackles for a loss, and 1 forced fumble. He actually plays a lot better than that on tape. I think a lot of these guys do, but shout out to them, and that's their top 5 right there. You know what I'm saying? Top 5. NFL sack leaders. Give it up for them. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Make sure that y'all liking, y'all sharing the stream, man. You dig? Truckin Chubbzy's NFL pick leaders. I didn't put the teams up here, but I should have put the teams up here, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all what teams they play for. All right, I'll tell y'all what teams. I knew I forgot some. Anyway, so Deron Bland, and this is my list. This is my list. Okay, there is like a I don't even know. I think it's like a 5 or 6 tie for interceptions in the league because a lot of people have 3 picks in the league. But to me, what matters the most to us in the NFL as fans? Interceptions. How many interceptions did you take back for a pick 6? And how many times have you batted down the ball? Like, that's what matters to us when watching our favorite teams. We don't give a damn how many. I mean, you can have that, but is you touching the ball? Is you at least batting it down or something? You know what I mean? That's what PD stands for. If anybody don't know, passes defended. Okay, that's what that stands for. Shout out to my best friend, my boy Danny Holland. We play semi-pro football, man. He came in at cornerback. I told him how great he was. Like, he was like, man, you fronting. I'm like, bro, watch, bro. You gonna be legit. He wound up getting rookie of the year, man. They stopped throwing to his side like mid-season. They wouldn't even throw it to him no more. Either he was batting it down or he was picking it off like it was crazy. Like he had that stuff Hot Hands Hayden had on his gloves and the little Giants, like, but we're gonna get into it. But Deron Bland from the Cowboys, man, y'all can see the stats, man. He got 3 picks, 2 pick 6s, and he got 7 passes batted down. All right. Darius Williams from the Jaguars, 3 picks, one for a touchdown, and he got 11 passes defended. That is great. Like, when you think about that, like, yo, that's super great, right? And then who else I got on the list? I got Jordan Whitehead. Jordan Whitehead plays for y'all. Y'all ain't even gonna believe this. Y'all not gonna believe me. Y'all gonna think I'm fronting. He played for the Jets, man. Jordan Whitehead plays for the New York Jets. And he got 3 picks. He ain't got no touchdowns off picks, but he got 6 passes batted down. All right. And I thought that was great. Steven Nelson. And actually, I think they got like Steven Nelson like ranked number 1, but this is my list. He plays for the Houston Texans, but this is my list. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many touchdowns you got? How many passes did you bat down? That's why I got him ranked 4th on my list, because that's, you know what I mean? That's what it is. So he got 3 picks, no touchdowns off of picks, and he got 5 passes defended. That's why he's at number 4. Jerry Jacobs from the Detroit Lions. They got him up there a little lower, but there's no way. He got 5 passes batted down. To me, as fans, and this is why this show is so unique, because as a football fan, your opinion matters on this show. You know what I mean? You can say something in the comments today. If I could work it in the show, I'm gonna work it in for you. You know what I'm saying? Our opinions matters as fans. This is a fan's point of view. This is not an analyst's point of view. This is not a professional's point of view. This is our point of view, fans' point of view. You know what I'm saying? And to me, on the list, that's what matters to us. When we watching, we don't care about all that other stuff. I don't care how many yards you got off of a damn sack. Did you sack him? Did you stop him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care that you got 0.2 of an interception. I don't care about none of that. Did he pick the ball off? Cool. All right. Now go down the other list. How many of them got pick 6s? There's only two. There's only 2 DBs that got pick 6s this year. Darius Williams and Deron Bland. That's it. They're the only ones that got pick 6s in the league, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Nah, not really. But yeah, like, you like, what? That's what matters to us, right? Them is the stats that matters. And how many did you bat down? Like, that's what matters to me. And that's why I got to hear it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do it the way I do it. You feel me? We got the NFL games going on tomorrow. I did not put any picks up. And that is because the advice that I got from the little lawyer was to not pick teams up until you get sponsored by some betting or something like that. So from now on, y'all won't see me doing any more picks. But that don't mean I won't say who I won't want to win. Like, who I want to see win and who I don't want to win. I could do it like that. I should do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all, it's starting to get heavy. It's starting to get real out here, man. I've been putting a little work in behind the scenes, man. You know, trying to get everything right. You know, we coming up, y'all, and without y'all, I wouldn't be able to do this. So I want to give y'all a round of applause and thank y'all for rocking with me because now I got my trademarking, got my LLC and the trademarking. So you out there trying to take my name, bruh, I'm coming at you with the lawyers. You heard me, Jersey. Look, all right, you know what I mean? Falcons at the Buccaneers. You already know. I think the Falcons could take over that game. The Buccaneers, they've been surprising in some games, coming away with some wins and some victories. But I don't know. Is my brother gonna get mad at me if I pick them and then they lose? Because I've been picking against them all year. You know what I'm saying? And they been winning, but every time I pick them, they lose. But I think the Falcons will beat them. You know, they go into the Buccaneers. They'll be in Tampa Bay. I think they'll beat that game. You know, the Raiders at the Bears. Y'all know who I'm rocking with. If you've been watching me for a little bit, y'all know who I'm rocking with. My man Justin Fields. He's the greatest to me, man. Right now, man. I'm rocking with him hands down. I think they're gonna do it. And them linebackers from the Bears are some of the best in the league. For real, for real. So let's keep that going. The Browns at the Colts. Oh my goodness. Did you watch last show? Did you watch any of my shorts? Did you watch last week's show? And I told y'all, and I did not pick the Browns. I actually did. When I put the bread on the Brown, I did. Hey y'all, I was crazy enough to put the bread on them. I didn't do it on the live show. I don't know why I didn't pick them on the live show, but when it came down to the NFL betting, I did do that. FanDuel, I did take them. The Browns, and I say this that team is sneaky good. Like, and I mean that. We see them twice a year, every year, and obviously, when a team is in your division, you pay extra close attention to that team, right? So you know the teams that you're playing against during your division. I respect the hell out of the Browns in our division more than anybody, right? And they say because that damn defense, that damn defense. You could argue that 49ers lost by that field goal, by a missed field goal, all you want to. But according to what all the pros was saying and the spread was saying and this and that was saying, the Browns wasn't even supposed to be that close in the game. That shocked the world. But y'all make sure that y'all share that damn clip when Truckin Chubbzy said the Browns will expose the 49ers. Because I did say that. And that's exactly what they did. They exposed the 49ers. All right. Um, the Colts at the Browns is going into the Colts. The Browns is riding high right now, and I respect them as a rivalry in our division. And I gotta go with them again at the Colts, man. They just put something on the 49ers, but and I think that they're on a roll right now. I think they're going to have a decent November. I think they might take one L out of this November. They're a sneaky good team in the AFC right now, and I don't think the Colts can answer to them based on what we seen last week out of them. I don't think the Colts can rock with them. I'm going with the Browns. All right, the Washington Commanders and the Giants. Oh, the Giants, man, they took a far step back. Why would you pay Daniel Jones and don't pay Saquon Barkley? What is going on? What's going on here? My goodness. They just paid that man $80 million and they put a tag on one of the best damn running backs in the league. But he is hurt again. But he could just be like, you know what, man, I ain't getting beat up for this trash team. Hey, my hamstring hurt, man. Trainer, come. You better say my hamstring hurt, mom. Why you rubbing me? Tell him, diagnose me. I'm going to the crib for a couple weeks. You know what I mean? Like that. That's what that is. Like, hey, look, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, it be like that sometimes when you're a pro, man. Like, and they ain't paying, and they pay. Oh man, look, I don't know. The Commanders look, they look good. I told y'all that defense was underrated earlier this year. If you've been rocking with me, it's overlooked, and I got to go with the Commanders, even though the Giants are at home. Hopefully, the Giants can get rolling this week with the division game. They built for that game, but the Commanders, I don't think they're gonna let up off them. To me, out of all the 1 o'clock games, I think this is gonna be the best 1 o'clock game, even though the Patriots got the Bills, and I'm gonna get into that game next. But the Lions at the Ravens to me is gonna be the best 1 o'clock game tomorrow. Because it's gonna be a battle. When you got Lamar Jackson at quarterback, how dynamic and how it's just so fun watching him play the game of football at a pro level. He makes it so entertaining to watch, So that's what, to me, that's the offense going to be entertaining to watch. But that Lions team is just the truth, man. They are bought into their head coach. Anytime when you can get a room of grown men, and that goes for even us, grown men. If you can get a room full of grown men on one page, one accord, following all the rules, do you know how powerful that is when you have men together on the same page, going towards one goal? That is unbreakable. That is the way that it's meant to be. And that's why that team is so dang on good. Going with them, man, beating the Ravens. Give us some help anyway in that division. The Bills at the Patriots. I've been rocking with the Bills, man. And I do, man. Shout out to all my family out there that, that's Bills fans, man. I love y'all, man. All day, man. And the Bills, the Buffalo Bills, I gotta get them another truck horn because that's what they do on that field. You know what I'm saying? Bills Mafia, y'all about to get y'all one, man. I hope that y'all beat the dog doo-doo out of the Patriots. No, man, I hope y'all beat the dog shit out of the Patriots, man. Straight up. I hope y'all stop them, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be. I hope just take it to them. Like beat them how they used to beat y'all, 33-3, 40. Just don't even don't let up on them. Dog them out. Like run it up like it's a college football game, 50-7. You know what I mean? Get up in them. Don't let your foot up off them, Bills Mafia. Let's go. Come on, man. Rooting for y'all. Get this done. The Cardinals at the Seahawks. Oh man, the Seahawks and the Cardinals. I think this is going to be a very good game. I think it's going to be a good game to flip to when the Steelers is on commercial. Nah, look. No, but nah, look. I ain't dissing. Look, man. I'm just saying. I'm gonna be watching my game, obviously, but the Cardinals, I think, sneak in there, and I think they come out with a win. Why are you saying that? Oh man, because they just been balling, man. Even though the Seahawks is built to stop them, I think it come down, and I could be saying something crazy, but like a turnover, a penalty, something, a field goal, something like that is going to, really be the difference in that game because it's going to be a close game or maybe not. You know what I mean? But I think it'll be a close game, honestly. I do. But the Cardinals, I think, walk away with this win because they have been shutting me up all year. I've been picking against them. They've been showing me that they've been balling. When you look at their numbers statistically, they are balling. They're consistent. The most important thing that they are, and I just think they're the better team right there, man. I do, and I can almost guarantee you, anybody that's in that division will probably say, yeah, that the Cardinals will beat the Seahawks. All right, so we got the Rams. We got the Rams tomorrow. Yeah, obviously, I'm rocking with my Steelers. Here we go. And I'm gonna say this right now, right? We got that defense, right? Our keys, I'm not going to pick on this game. I'm going to say what the keys is for us to win tomorrow's game. That's just how I'm going to break this down. Our keys of beating the Rams is going to be to score points. We got to score the ball to beat the Rams. We cannot be settling for field goals. We cannot play them conservatively. That is not how that division plays. When you do not get touchdowns against the Los Angeles Rams, you will lose the game. We got to score touchdowns. Kenny Pickett has to play an efficient game tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I know we're trading Najee Harris, and people are probably devastated. Not me. I like Jalen Warren. I think Jalen Warren is good. He's actually in the top 10 right now for yards after the catch right now. He's in the top 10. We have good individuals on the Pittsburgh Steelers team. I think it's our quarterback. People, because y'all can say what y'all want to say. I'm still not sold on the boy until I see him throw. Our receivers in that team, he should be averaging like 300 a game, y'all. It's 350. You know what I'm saying? Like, them receivers is too damn good. Or we should be every week. We should have 300-yard receivers, like, period. Every week, every week, every week, y'all. Every week. All my Steelers fans out there. That's just the way it should be with that. He can't get that done. So, all right, we got to work with. We got to work with, because that's what we do. We go and play good defense. We already know that. But we got to score points. We got to score points. We just got to, and that's how we'll beat the Rams. To me, I think I'm saying it that simple to break it down in layman's term. If you want me to go into depth and really speak on it, like I said, he got to take care of the ball, and we'll run the ball decently. Hopefully, because we be already having trouble with that. But Jalen Warren, I think, will run the ball great with him in space. We'll get the ball to him in space, and that's how we'll be able to take care of the Rams. But they're fast on defense, and we know that they'll score. That offense is very prolific. They'll score, but when you playing us, we slow that down. But we just can't get behind on them, and that's just what it is. So, hey, say how you take it, how you want to take it, man. That's the keys for tomorrow's game for us to survive against the Los Angeles Rams. All right. The Chargers at the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs, you got to roll with the Chiefs, man. Justin Herbert is a great young quarterback. He's going to be one of the greatest. I hope. To me, y'all, and y'all can jump and correct me if you want to. This looks like another case of Phillips, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know how they did him when he just stayed there that whole time, and they really didn't put nothing around him. He just played incredible year after year after year, and they really didn't do nothing with him. You know what I mean? And I think this is what happened to Justin Herbert. I think that's what we're seeing right now. They got to switch something up, because they are a very talented offense, also very talented, and I just don't know why they can't pull it off. And they got a good squad. They really do, y'all. They really got a good squad, and I just don't know why they just can't pull off all the wins, man. As much as they can. Um, it got to be coaching. You know what I mean? That's the only thing you can look at besides that is the coaching. Like with us, like our OC, he should never even got the job, but he shouldn't be there. But when it goes to the Chargers, I think they're in the same thing as the Steelers are in. Like, their OCs got to go. Wow, get them out the door. But the Chiefs, I think they get that. Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes is just. They're just that tandem is just unstoppable. It really is. It truly is, man. You just can't do nothing with it. And Patrick Mahomes he's just so great, man, at what he do, man. He really is. But the Packers at the Broncos, man. I think is the Broncos like one of them weeks right now, y'all, where we just like they just check them off. The other teams is just like, all right, we gonna go out there and see what our offense could do. Is they just one of these flyby games? And that's tough to sit here and say when you're looking at a Sean Payton team, right? Like, we don't never disrespect Sean Payton and just look at his teams like that. But this year, it's not looking too good with them, man. Like, and I really can't. It looks like they're in full rebuild mode. Full rebuild mode. That's exactly what the Broncos look like. Like, he just need to gut that damn team and just start all over. Get the guys in there that Sean Payton wants in there, like everybody, like from the coaches down to the players, down to the damn towel boy, water boy, whatever. Start fresh in there, bring a whole new culture into the Broncos, like get your culture there. The same thing he did with the Saints, because there's no way that a Sean Payton's team and the way that he operates is this bad. Like, I don't like, you just can't be that bad out of style. You know what I mean? Like, it's this ain't John Gruden. He's not a John Gruden. He had successful teams with the Saints. They, you know what I mean? Like, they was decent, but they wasn't looking this damn bad. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but I know Russell Wilson won't be there next year, because he'll take a bulk of the blame too. But he won't be there next year. And if he don't want to be somebody's backup, then he'll probably be gone or retiring. I guarantee you that. The Dolphins at the Eagles tomorrow night. Dun, 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 dun. Man, if the Eagles could lose to the bum ass Jets, y'all took a L to the Jets. When you watch this, little bro, when you watching this, babe, all y'all Eagles fans, right? How did y'all lose to the Jets, yo? The Jets. And the last week when I picked that game, I was super wrong. I'm like, oh, the Eagles got that. I just totally blew the Jets off. I did, but I did say that, the quarterback was going to play well. I did say that, but I just really picked the Eagles. So this week, I'm like, I don't know, because they're playing a way better team in the Dolphins. Let's just be real with it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homeboy Paul Oyer. He put up something on Facebook, and I seen it, and it was like the Dolphins they have 5 guys ran the top speeds in the NFL. The Dolphins have all those guys. The fastest guys in the NFL plays for the Miami Dolphins. Shout out to them for that. Yo, they gonna smash. Yo, I don't know, man. I hope for a good game, but y'all know how them Sunday night games be, man. Y'all know how them Sunday night games be. Sometimes they be, you know what I'm saying, they good, sometimes they not. But I gotta go with the Eagles. If not, then I'll be in the doghouse. And I ain't trying to be in the doghouse. I don't know when the last time a nigga been in the doghouse. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when. And I'm not trying to go there. So I gotta rock with the Eagles, but hey, whatever. Yo, the 49ers at the Vikings. This is one of them games where you look at and you say the 49ers are very dominant. However, they were exposed. People seeing how to play the 49ers now. They're going to take a play from the Browns. They're going to take the the game plan from the Browns, and they're going to use that accordingly on the 49ers now. But will it be efficient for other teams to do that? I believe so. Some teams can take that. The Vikings are decent. They're not bad. Justin Jefferson is an absolute freak show. That running game has not missed. To me, I don't think so. To me, no. But I do think that the 49ers are a good team, even though they lost last week. They lost to a good Browns team. The Browns are not whack. They're not. And I think they lost a good game last week. They learned a lot from it, and I think they're going to come out, play more physical at the Vikings, make a little statement on Monday night, and they get back into form. So the 49ers, that's who I rock with, all right, on that game. Yo, I got to get into this real quick. Let me go ahead. Y'all, it almost seems as if you cannot criticize this football team. The Colorado Buffaloes seem like you can't criticize them. No, none whatsoever. When you go to criticize this team, things happen. You're called hater. People have a lot of slew of things to say to you when you criticize a player on this team. Okay. And I don't know why it's like that. I don't know if this is going to play or not, but I'm going to try to play a little bit of this video. Matt McChesney talking on the DMVR show, and then I'll comment.
My next wish.
Stop my whatever ripping his ass. Why does Coach Prime have to do that on the sideline?
All right.
And he has to play 150 snaps. He's going to give up stuff like this, especially to a great player. The kid from Stanford really impressed the hell out of me in the second half the other night. So
Yeah.
I wish that they could find 5, maybe
Talk
6
about Travis
guys
Hunter.
that can
So
actually.
he's sitting here talking about Travis Hunter to them on the Dan Vorar show. So I'm gonna try to get to the exactly to that clip because that's exactly who he's talking about right now. Is Travis Hunter on the
Guarantee you, he's more upset with his performance than any of us could ever be. That's all I'm saying.
No, and I don't disagree with the fact that he didn't look like himself at the end of the game. And I think everyone who's ever watched Travis Hunter plays knows that. I'm just saying there's no practice, there's no ramp up that can prepare you for the 4th hour of a
so
college football game. And so in the 4th hour of the
that's
college
not
football game, he was.
seconds of showing that clip before their lawyers or somebody flagged me, y'all. You know, God forbid that happen, right? So that clip, y'all can check it out yourself to see what happened. It's a DNVR Buff show, and that's with RK and Ryan. There's some good guys, man. They good guys. They put on a good show. Everything that I have learned from that football team, following them and Bucky and my own research, I've learned. Okay, so I've learned a lot from that show. But they're extremely biased on their team, but it is based around the Buffs. But you cannot criticize that team. Matt McChesney, the guy in the middle that was speaking on that when y'all caught that, he is alumni. He went to the Colorado Buffaloes. He played college football there all his years. He is extremely good. He started off playing a defensive line. When he went to a pro, I believe he played for the Jets, the Broncos. I want to say somebody else. Who else did he play for? And I can't get it off the top of my head right now. But no, I think the Rams drafted him. The Rams drafted Matt McChesney first. And then he went to the Broncos, and I think he went to yeah, that's what happened. But he converted into an offensive lineman once he became a pro. Anyhow, he was speaking on how Travis Hunter got beat last week. And they went to say, well, that was him with an injury, coming back from injury, right? Matt McChesney was like, I disagree. I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look like he came back from injury when he was on offense, did he? He just didn't. And then they went on to say, the other guy sitting on the left, Jake, went to say that, yeah, Travis Hunter didn't get beat on a 67-yard touchdown. A lot of people could see that, but he was guarding. It just didn't look like Travis Hunter was there when it happened. However, he got beat. And when he went to go talking about that, if you watch the clip, when you go watch the clip for yourself, and that's DNVR Buffs. Like I said, you know what I mean? They can say, you want to say, you can put on YouTube, watch the clip yourself with Matt McChesney on there. When you go to criticize anybody on that team, there's always some blowback on it. You know what I mean? They can get all the media coverage in the world, every YouTube channel talking about them in a great positive way. But when they have a bad game and you point out that somebody's having a bad game, or you tweet somebody's having a bad game or anything like that, you're ridiculed for it for some reason. And he's an alumni there. And even him saying with the little bit of stuff he said, I'm sure people had a problem with that. And it was called brutal honesty. I don't know when everybody got so soft out there in the world on what's ever going on. But the fact of the matter is that game versus Stanford, he played too many damn snaps. And that was the fact. He looked tired. If you watch the game, he did look tired. He did. And he did get beat a lot. He let up a lot to the guy, Anno Mayer. He let up a lot of passes to him. And I'm sure that he's going to go this week. He didn't even go home to visit. They got a bye week. Deion Sanders let the team go home. He didn't go home. He stayed there in the lab to work out. Shout out to him for doing that. But he did get beat. And when you got other people on the sideline like Hermione McLean to go in there and give him a breather, and that's all he was saying, like, let this guy come in and give him a breather for a couple of plays. They took Amari Cooper out the game. Amari Cooper, number 3, their cornerback, he slipped. He didn't want to let up the 97-yard touchdown. He slipped, though. They took him out of the game after that, benched him for that. But they kept Travis in there. He kept getting beat on a slant route that he couldn't cover because he was tired on defense. He wasn't chasing people. He was missing tackles, all kinds of shit. But they just couldn't say that on the show. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to say he got beat or whatever. We know he's a great talent. That don't take away from dude. But when it's all said and done, you got to be able to take the criticism too. You want all the shine, you want all the glitz and the glamour that come with it, but then you don't want nobody to say nothing. In the game-winning touchdown, he got what the kids call head top. Dude caught it over his head, literally. Mossed him. We call him, he straight mossed him. Got him. He shouldn't have been in the game tired like that. He shouldn't have been. And according to Deion Sanders' own words, if he's dominant on both sides of the ball, he can play both sides of the ball. But he wasn't dominant on defense. Therefore, he shouldn't have been playing defense after he got cooked 5 times in a row. After somebody caught the same route on him 5 times in a row. I've heard people say it was because of the zone. It was because he was back from injury. You can't. So when did we start saying our cornerbacks are in a zone, but they was covering over top of Tyreek Hill, that they didn't get burnt because they was in the zone? When did this happen? Like, y'all, I can't be making this up. I'm not. And then, like, he was back from injury. He didn't look like it on offense. He got 100. He had 140 something yards and 2 touchdowns. Jumping out the damn gym, spinning, moving on people and everything. Like, just call a spade a spade. Like, he had a bad game. I'm sure that he'll learn from it. But his size in that game showed up. That big receiver that was in the gym for them, that's in the gym, all the time, it showed that he cannot outmuscle them receivers on Stanford. He got mad because he was getting blocked. That penalty, that penalty that he charged, and that's right. Remember the personal foul that he gave up. That changed the whole game right there. It was a personal foul on him. Unnecessary roughness, 15 yards, first down, Stanford, because he was getting blocked. Dude pushed him a little bit more, and he pushed him back. He was getting bullied. You know what I mean? He's just getting out muscled. He's out there hitting the gym now. But it just seems like you can't criticize nobody on that team, and that's crazy. Like, you can't want all the glitz and the glamour and then don't want that. And a lot of media people are scared to speak on that. And you haven't heard a lot of people speak on that because they will lose all their viewers or they will get hit in the comments. And I don't care about people talking in the comments. I don't care about that. You know what I mean? You can't pay attention to that, but you got to tell stories and write the sports stories the way they are. If Colorado's a huge hit every week they win, and because of Coach Prime's there, then when they lose, you should also be able to critique them on what they lost, on how they lost, or if somebody just got beat consistently in that game the way that Travis Hunter did. That should have been somewhere on somebody's headlines. Y'all should have known about this. It shouldn't be me on my little channel talking about this and putting this out here into this media world. It should have been a bigger platform or somebody made. I'm glad they didn't, because I wouldn't have no comment. But still, like, some sports channel should have put that in there, because he did not play an all-star game. He just didn't. Like, that's the facts of the matter. He did not play a damn all-star game. It looked like, to be quite honest, it looked like he got exposed that game. Like, now there's a blueprint on how to beat Travis Hunter. And I just wanted to say this real quick before I get done with the whole topic. Tell me what y'all think down in the comments about this. Now, y'all know the dude that took the cheap shot on Travis Hunter, right? I got dragged in some comments that I put out there. I can't remember what page it was on, right? But I got dragged for it, saying that looks soft on his part of taking a picture with dude. Now, I know the dude, he was getting death threats, but I said that Travis Hunter could have just simply typed in on Twitter, like, y'all, it is what it is, but don't send death threats to him. He actually went to go meet dude, got his number, went to go meet him, took him bowling and all that other shit. Like, this is a gladiator sport. Like, you don't do no like that, bro. Like, he took a cheap shot on you, gave you a lacerated fucking kidney, and now you want to take the nigga bowling with you while you hurt? Like, what kind of shit is this? Like, what world do we live in? Like, who raised you? Like, I mean, like, I ain't gonna say it like that, but see, I gotta watch my words. Words matter, I heard, but damn, like, yo, like, for real, like, I don't want to, like, you cheap shot me, bro. Like, I don't want to see you die, and I'm gonna put that out there. Make a video on it. Make a little 60-second video or something, y'all. Don't threaten a man's life, whatever. But I don't want to go bowling with you. So now anybody, like, so they know what to do now. Get physical with Travis Hunter. He don't like being physical, and that's exactly what happened in that Stanford game. He don't like being physical because when you physical him, if you beat him up enough, if you hurt his ass enough, shit, he might take you bowling. He might go fishing with you or something like. I'm just saying, man. That's just how I give it up. It ain't nothing but tough love, though. It hurt my feelings when I seen them lose. I want to see them win, but I give a lot of tough love, and that's how I'm gonna give it up. If I'm not gonna always report negative. If you're doing well, I'm gonna say you're doing well. But if you getting bullied on the field, I'm going to say that, and I might have some jokes to go with it. So yes, but I can also take the jokes too. I'm definitely gonna rip on you if we're getting bullied on the field. Like that's just what it is. Like don't get bullied and don't get cooked the whole night. You know what I'm saying? Slant and rice. Don't you know what I mean? And then get head topped at the end of the game and think that nobody wants to see and hear about it. Like let's just keep that quiet. It was on Travis Hunter. It never happened. Come on, man. Anyway, but that that I just wanted to talk about that a little bit before what I mean I got on up out of here because it's ridiculous. Like it's almost ridiculous. And that, y'all, was today's show from a fan's point of view podcast with your host Truckin Chubbzy, your most unknown host that's out there diamond in the dirt, man. Give it up for the bull back through the show. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Make sure y'all like, comment, and y'all sharing the content. I don't care. Somebody else might like it out there. Make sure that y'all jump in them contents, man. Keep this conversations going with everybody out there. And praying for everybody out there, man. Everybody, because we all go through something. If you cannot donate to my channel, I'd rather you pray for me than be able to give me something tangible. All right? Do that for me. The best thing you can do for me right now in my life, the way my life is and the way things are going for me, not that nothing's going bad, but pray for me as I will be praying for you. Period. Pray for everybody we know. That's all I want. I don't want nothing from you. I don't want to like. I don't want to comment. I don't want none of that. If you can't give that to me, just pray. And that we all wake up and continue to wake up and we progress every day after and thereafter. All right. Y'all, man, thank y'all for rocking with me. I love each and every one of y'all out there. Y'all stay tuned in for all my shorts, man, and we gonna get it on. And don't be afraid to hit my line so you can get on here. I know some of y'all out there got my personal number. I can hit the line. We can jump on the show like my bro did today. Peace. I'll throw some vibes on for y'all real quick. Let me throw some of these down. What throw up the little caption.